Henderson. Levens gets to midfield so far, connecting with the first pass. And a pickup of about 3.
You know, the funny thing is talking to Dorsey Levens, 3 plays, 2 carries, the first 2 times all season he's been hit. You're talking to him last night about that, and I said, how do you feel? He said, I don't know. I haven't been hit yet. I said, well, how are you going to handle the game? He said, well, if I get tired, I'm just going to raise my hand. Well, when I mentioned that to Mike Holmgren, he said, when he raises his hand, he looks to me, I'll let him know if he's tired.
He'll be the judge. 2nd down and 8. And a pump fake and an incompleted pass as the Lions, with Ellis getting there in a hurry. And the good pressure by Ellis as Henderson was the intended receiver.
I think this year, 1998, is the year for Luther Ellis to really break through. I think he's bigger, he's stronger. I don't know if he's necessarily faster, but he is the focal point of this Detroit Lion defense. As he goes, this Lion defense goes.
It'll be 3rd down and 8. Brett Favre looking to throw on 3rd down and 8. Wide open is his tight end, Mark Schubert. And a first down inside the 35-yard line.
None of that happens, Dick, if he doesn't have the time to throw the football. Now, part of this is going to be Favre. You're going to watch him inside. Part of it's Favre. See, he's going to buy some time, but he doesn't have anything inside. So all he does is just drift a little bit and allow Shimura to come back inside and pick up that 17-yard gain and a big first down. He waited for Shimura to clear the linebacker. Boy, he bought some time, but his offensive line did a good job.
And a gain of 17 yards, and the Packers marching impressively. And a screen pass and a good catch made by Levens, who slips and is down at the 30-yard line for a short gain. Packers moving the ball, and in Detroit territory with nearly 3.5 minutes gone by.
Well, if the Detroit Lions are going to have a good team this year, a lot depends on their quarterback. We've already talked about that. But defensively, they have to take a step up. I believe last year, under Larry Peccatello, their new defensive coordinator, I thought they played really, really well. But they're going to have to take, again, another step in order to be the playoff team they want to be.
2nd down and 7 for Green Bay. Both wide receivers split to the left. And the handoff to Dorsey Levens gets a good hole off the left side. And Ron Rice brings him down, but the Packers will have another first down. A 7-yard pickup, and Dorsey Levens at this point showing no effects of not taking part for 6 weeks.
Dick, I'm going to tell you why. You take a look at that left side of the offensive line. Watch Rivera in there. Watch Verba. They're blowing people off the ball. And you can hold out all year long. If you get holes like that, you're going to run pretty well.
Dorsey Levens with a big year and a good hole up with Rivera, the left guard. 1st and 10 for the Packers. And Brett Favre with a lot of time, and his pass incomplete.
Oh, I like that.
It was intended for Freeman, and defending was Kevin Abrams.
Yeah, what I liked was Kevin Abrams. And Kevin Abrams doesn't have a lot of size, but what he has is savvy. And he was hanging back there, waiting for the break, as was Favre. And then when the break was made, he broke. Watch the break, right? He's waiting. Now he's going to cut back underneath. And really, he played it really well. Had the ball been better thrown, he had a chance at a pick. I like this kid.
Abrams is only 5'8", but he studies film, and he knows how to anticipate, and he thinks that makes up for his lack of size. 2nd down and 10. And here is Levens again with Henderson blocking, and Dorsey Levens gets to the 16-yard line. Boyd, the middle linebacker, in on the play.
It's funny watching Dorsey Levens. Remember, what he was really good at was he got stronger as the game would go on. Defenses would wear down, and then he seemingly got stronger and stronger. And I think in today's game, that'll be awful hard to do, because what happens is you have fresh legs now, but it's not under the duress of a game, and this game has a tendency to kind of steal your strength.
Henderson out playing on the left side, split backs, and Shimura in motion on 3rd down and 4. Favre with a swing pass to Levens, and a good tackle made by Mark Carrier.
Excellent. That's a great open field play by Mark Carrier, short of the first down. They came with a blitz outside. Aldridge came right in his face, 55. You're going to see him come right away. Favre recognizes it, also knows he has the hot receiver. Carrier, recognizing that his coverage, he has to jump quick, sees it and makes the play short of this first down marker.
And a 32-yard field goal attempt by Ryan Longwell as the Lions finally tighten their defense. And the kick is up and it's good, and the Packers, with an impressive drive of more than 6 minutes, have taken a 3-0 lead on Ryan Longwell's field goal.
Big game. Be part of Bud's big Super Bowl event. No purchase necessary. Must be legal to manufacture.
Come on, let's go.
Choice of top mechanics.
Brett Favre engineering a drive that resulted in the field goal by Ryan Longwell, and the Packers leading 3-0. Longwell will kick off, and Terry Fair, the rookie from Tennessee, who has looked good in preseason, back to receive the kick from the 1-yard line. Terry Fair, with good speed, runs right into a Packer defender and is down at the 21-yard line. Lamont Hollingquest making the special teams play.
Now the
Lions with their first offensive foray, and Barry Sanders breaks the tackle and picks up about 4 yards on the play. So the Detroit Lions with Scott Mitchell at quarterback. And of course, Mitchell will be under the gun. He's got to produce. That is his record as a starter with both the Lions and the Miami Dolphins, who he started with. Jim Pine, formerly of Tampa Bay, replaces Kevin Glover at center. Sanders, the running back. Moore and Morton are threats, and the pass to Herman Moore, and his catch sufficient for a first down. Defensively for the Green Bay Packers, and of course they've got a new face in there. They traded up to get Bonnie Holiday, the #1 draft pick from North Carolina. George Cruz beat out Seth Joyner, an outside linebacker. And Darren Sharper replaces Eugene Robinson at free safety. Here is Sanders, and Barry Sanders picking up nearly 4 yards before Newsom brings him down.
Well, when you watch this Detroit Lion offense, you know, basically every team in this league has something they can always go to. And at the Green Bay, it's Brett Favre. And for the Detroit Lions, it's going to be Barry Sanders. The other guy is Herman Moore, who's as good blocking and throwing his face in there, although this time he comes up with a little ding. But he does that extremely well.
2nd down and 6, and Herman Moore goes in motion for Detroit. And Mitchell has some time, and the pass is caught underneath. He'll be short of a first down by 3 yards. It was Moore with his second catch.
You know, Herman Moore is playing dinged up right now. You just saw the first play there, second play there. He's still holding his head like he's kind of in a daze. Second thing is his groin, which I think is tougher than being in a daze, because you don't have to run on your head, but you have to run on those legs and make cuts with the groin all game long.
Gilbert Brown has gone out of the game on a passing down the Packers field. 3rd down and 3. Vaughn Booker, the former Chief, replaces him. Barry Sanders looking for running room. May have come up short. Darren Sharper forcing the play from the secondary. And let's see how close Sanders is.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be short. Darren Sharper is one of the new guys in this defense. He is a second-year player. He had a chance to learn. You're going to see him right here. He had a chance to learn last year from Eugene Robinson, but he was playing all over the place. What he does very well is he can run, and he runs better than did Eugene Robinson. Sometimes he has a tendency to get to the line of scrimmage and stop his feet. When he just runs through things, he's excellent.
And they're going to measure. And they appear to be short, and they are, but not by much, just a couple of inches.
Now, they're going to go for it.
Yes, they are. Corey Schlesinger is coming into the game, and the Detroit Lions with an early gamble right here on their own 41-yard line, going for it 4th and inches. trailing 3-0.
Triplevich checks in. Eric Beverly checks in as the extra tight end. You have Tommy Vardell back here instead of Barry Sanders.
Sanders is on the bench. And the quarterback sneak and
Fumble on top of it.
And the Packers pick it up, and Leroy Butler will score. Touchdown Packers. 30-yard run, and did that backfire?
They brought in their big backs for the backfield, and then they gave it to a guy who doesn't run the football. Now, the quarterback sneak is something that's always there, but in order to do it, you have to get low, and he ran right inside. Great job by Santana Dotson. Santana Dotson, and then Brian Williams has the presence to be able to strip that thing, and there's a surprise. Leroy Butler in for 6.
A critical gamble that backfired by Bobby Ross. The extra point by Longwell is good, and the Packers lead 10-0. Kind of early to make a gamble against the defending conference champions, who lead 10-0. And the ex-Detroit Lion making the tackle. Timeout here at Lambeau Field. Does the crowd ever love what's going on?
We're psyched! Yeah! I am so psyched! Really psyched! You look good, baby! You look good! We're psyched, baby! We're psyched! You're good looking! You're good looking! 1, 2, 3, break! Psyched! Go, we're psyched!
Big game today? Heck no. Frazier's here 5 times a week.
Weeknights at 6:30 at CFMT.
Get psyched.
You can dream.
You can believe.
Awaken your senses.
Rose's Place, authentic Italian cuisine, 2201 Finch Avenue West.
Football's back. So bet on ProLine.
You deserve the best that life has to offer. Piazza Woodbridge gives you spacious 1, 2, or 3 luxurious bedroom suites.
Here at Piazza Woodbridge, we provide you with a personal touch.
Surrounded by the Humber River, Piazza Woodbridge is a retreat for the mind and body. Shopping centers and golfing are minutes away.
Nona, now that you live in Piazza Woodbridge, I can come visit you every day.
Piazza Woodbridge, for the European lifestyle that you deserve.
Piazza Woodbridge, a touch of Europe in the heart of Woodbridge.
Canada's first multicultural television system in Scarborough on Cable 4.
6 minutes and 13 seconds remain in the first quarter. Leroy Butler with the defensive touchdown. Vaughn Booker has gone in at defensive end as Reggie White gets his first breather of the game. 1st and 10 at the 21 for the Lions. Here is Sanders. Flag is down, and Sanders will be stopped for a yard loss by Bonnie Holiday, but the penalty, and Dick Hantak, our referee, will explain, and the preliminary signal offsides against Green Bay.
One thing you'll notice about the Green Bay Packers.
1 5-yard penalty.
I want you to watch inside. 71, Santana Dotson is the guy who makes this whole play. I mean, he's the guy who should get all the pats on the back. And then the second thing is Brian Williams, who comes in off the corner and has the presence to strip. What? You see how fast Dotson got off the ball? That was the whole key. And that's something that will go completely unnoticed. Leroy Butler will get the pats on the back, but Santana Dotson was the guy who made the whole play.
Mitchell never had a chance. Newsom was offsides on the last play, so it's 1st and 5 for the Lions. Scott Mitchell. And he's got Walter Rasby, the tight end, known more for his blocking abilities, and Rasby may have a first down for the Lions. And he does.
With all the things that this Detroit Lion offense can do. And one thing that really could help them even more is have a tight end who can catch the football. Now, David Sloan got hurt, and Rasby steps in. Kriplevich is in there right now, more kind of a pass receiver than a blocker.
First down, and Mitchell is going to go deep for Jermaine Crowell. And the rookie from Virginia.
Ooh, that kid's good.
Had beaten the defenders. He had Butler and Newsome beaten, and Crowell from Virginia looking a lot like Herman Moore, who also played at Virginia.
Except one thing, Dick. This guy is faster. And Newsome, he just gets legged out. I mean, he just runs right by him. They had problems with that in the preseason. And this is going to happen again in this game. Guaranteed it's going to happen. Either on a double move or whatever, but they're going to go deep. This kid, Crowell, is faster than Herman Moore and just as big.
So they've got 3 solid wide receivers. Second down and 10, and on the draw play, here is Sanders, and he doesn't get much. And it was Vonnie Holliday who nailed him from behind.
That was perfectly played by Vonnie Holliday. Now what he does, he was a defensive tackle in college. But you see him right down here. What he's going to do is he's going to come up and he's going to stay square. See, now he's holding the outside, and then he's able to come back inside on Sanders. But because he maintained the discipline of that outside, it forced Sanders to come in and he can make the play. Kid's got a big, big upside, but he's got to learn how to play the game down in and down out.
Third down and 9. And the pass intended for Kriplevich, the tight end, and a flag is down, covered by Butler, and a penalty marker down at the other side of the field near the 45.
Yeah, Johnny Morton was working on Darren Sharper, and I think they're going to get Sharper for whacking him downfield.
Holding. Defense, number 42. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
And that is the call. Sharper, who replaces Eugene Robinson.
Watch
this year.
Darren Sharper right there. So he has his hand right on that shoulder. He had his right hand on the shoulder, and they saw it. He'd have been better served just to get a jam on him. Now, he's played that position, but now his base position has been safety.
First down, and the Sanders dives past the 40-yard line. Bob Kuberski giving Gilbert Brown a breather as Fritz Shermer is going to shuttle in his defensive linemen to keep the likes of Reggie White and Gilbert Brown fresh today. There's Kuberski.
Part of the game plan of the Detroit Lions, especially with their offensive line, was to hope that the weather was going to be hot so that it could wear down that defensive front. Right down here, you see the play clock getting to the line of scrimmage a lot faster than they were a year ago, and that's part of the other thing they wanted to get done.
Second down and 8, and again they go to Sanders, who gets tripped up but gets to the 45. They'll be short of the first down by 3 yards as third down coming up for the Lions. Packers lead 10-0. Their opening drive resulting in a field goal, and then the Leroy Butler return of a fumble, 32 yards after an ill-fated fourth down call by the Lions. Third down and 3 coming up. Johnny Morton and Herman Moore line up to the right. And the pass to Tommy Vardell, wide open, and the fullback goes down the sidelines and gives Pat Terrell a shot as he goes out of bounds. He gets 20 yards, and the Lions have a first down in Packer territory.
That's a mix-up in coverage. Either that or it's a pick. The fullback should not be able to get into the flat that easily. The first thing that happens you're going to notice is Scott Mitchell is able to step and throw. And the second thing you'll notice is you'll see he's the only guy in the frame. That's the only guy in the picture because there was a blown coverage inside or they had a pick play.
Lions with a first down on the 34-yard line of the Packers. Here's a play-action play, and the pass to Sanders thrown over his head. And right now, let's go to Kevin Frazier in Hollywood for an update.
Guys, in Minnesota, the Vikings strike first. Brad Johnson, 2 yards to Chris Carter. Carter's 100th consecutive game with the catch. Let's go back to Dick Stockton and Matt Miller.
That's an interesting team. If Brad Johnson can catch up to his arm strength where it was a year ago, they're going to be extremely hard to stop offensively.
Tommy Boyd replaces Herman Moore, and there is Johnny Morton, and a big tackle made by Craig Newsome as he prevented what might have been a touchdown for the Lions.
That's a tough tackle to make. I mean, that's one of those all or nothing. He got the shoelaces and came up with it to set up third down. Craig Newsome is not the same player he was before he hurt his knee. And it's going to take some time to get back to that point. But what he is aggressive and he's physical. He can use those things and still incorporate them into his game, but he's got to get more confidence on the knee.
Tore his ACL on the first play of the season last year against the Bears. 3rd down and 6 for the Lions. And Scott Mitchell can't escape the rush, and Keith McKenzie gets the first sack of the game for Green Bay.
Yeah, McKenzie comes in and just a speed rush to the top side, and Antonio London back inside helps him. The whole key to that wasn't so much the pressure, but the coverage. They had him covered downfield. Mitchell wanted to get rid of the ball quick, but there was no place to throw early.
So as a result of the sack, Jason Hansen is going to have a longer field goal attempt than he had planned. This should be about 51 yards. Hansen, who had a team record 24 consecutive field goals last year.
That's a 51.5 yarder.
Yes, it is. Like most kickers who like to kick indoors, it's different outdoors on grass.
Bad sack.
And there's the kick. It's long enough, and the kick is no good, but there's a flag down.
This could be the new rule that's been going in the National Football League. If you try to jump inside, they'll call it on the defense.
Delay of the game would be the call, if it's that.
Delay of the game.
There it is.
Defense, number 96, 5-yard penalty.
And it's Vaughn Booker.
Down, 4th down.
See, what happened was prior to this year, when the offensive line was set, if you moved inside and they moved, it was on them. Now you're going to watch right inside. Vaughn Booker's going to move, and then that is what they're going to call now for the delay of game. They're going to decline it. They're going to decline it and take the field goal. That's a tough field goal to make. That's from 51 yards. If they take it, it would be a 46-yarder, but it's still a tough field goal to make, so I think you take the sure thing.
I think there's some confusion, Matt.
On the scrimmage, there is no snap. There is no kick.
Okay, there's your
5-yard penalty.
Yeah, there's
Repeat the
no
down.
option.
4th down.
There is no option. You don't have a chance to decline a delay of game penalty.
Right. Well, it was like the clock ran out and the play could never start.
Exactly. So the 5 yards will be marked off, and now Hansen will have a 46-yard attempt.
He kicked that sucker pretty good in 51 yards.
Yes, he did. In the heat on grass. John Jett is holding. He is the punter. And there is Hansen's kick, and it is good. So a 46-yard field goal by Jason Hansen, and the Detroit Lions finally are on the scoreboard with 1:10 remaining in the first quarter. It's now 10-3 in favor of the Packers. Disturbed at his defense with 3 defensive penalties. Finally, Jason Hansen with a 3-pointer from 47 yards out. Now Hansen will kick off. Preston and Jerby back deep, and a good kick way out of the end zone by Hansen. And the Packers will start from the 20-yard line. Well, tonight, after an all-new World's Funniest, it's an all-new Holding the Baby, then a Can't-Miss Simpsons, and the smash hit That 70s Show, followed by the X-Files. It all starts tonight at 7, 6 Central on Fox.
Well, Vaughn Booker jumped off sides, and he got a nice Green Bay welcome when he got to the sideline for Mike Holmgren, who stated in no uncertain terms, you don't ever do that.
And he can do that.
Yeah, he's good at it.
Booker sitting by himself, and there you see the Lions.
The cheese stands alone.
Lions have had the edge of ball control. First down, and the screen pass to Shimura. Flag is down, and let's see whether they'll get Porsche on Favre back behind the line of scrimmage. It would be a Green Bay first down, but Favre signaling that Porsche might have roughed him, although no hard feelings between the two.
Yeah, that's a tough thing for Porsche as well. He's got to pull off, and Dick Tantak will tell us that.
Completed play, first down.
They picked it up. See, they are letting Porsche come clean. They just bump him with the tight end, and you can say, yeah, that's a good non-call. That shouldn't have even been called. Porsche was right, and Favre knew it was right. The big thing was they got the first down, so, hey, no harm, no foul.
Packers with a first down on the 31-yard line. They're leading 10-3 with 41 seconds remaining first quarter. Favre drills it in the pass to Shimura, and a first down and a flag back, and I wonder whether Luther Ellis got to Favre that time.
It was Luther Ellis.
And they'll get him that time.
And Luther Ellis is going to, yep, they're going to call for it. He worked off a double team, came back in, and ran right up the middle. Favre released it, and he hit him right in the kisser. Watch him right here. He's going to work on Frank Winters and Rivera. Double, come off Rivera. Ball's thrown. Now, he had time to pull off. There's the throw, 1, 2, almost 3 steps, and that's why they're going to call it.
Roughing the passer, the call on Ellis. So the last time you were right, no harm, no foul. This time there was harm and a foul.
Favre. Did you see Favre right there? He's clapping. Yeah, you got him. Favre has way too much fun to be playing quarterback in the National Football League.
He is 6 for 8. That's why he's having fun for 62 yards and got off to a crisp start in this one. First and 10 Packers. They're in Lion territory. At the 42-yard line. Here is Dorsey Levens, and nothing there, and he runs right into Luther Ellis.
And to see how Ellis got rid of the ball. See, this is where he really got better from a year ago, and it's getting rid of blocks to make the play. They start off on a double on him. He gets it, sheds the block, and makes the play.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter here at Lambeau Field on opening day. With the score, the Packers 10, the Lions 3. Fox NFL Sunday will continue after these messages and a word from your local Fox station.
One turn for the worse. Split-second reaction. ...180 degrees from nowhere. Days overdue. And 3 months recovery equals 1 score to be settled. For all you do, this Bud's for you.
Monday at 6:30.
Thy friendship oft has made my heart to break. Do be my enemy for friendship's sake.
Jerry Springer at CFMT in a class by itself.
And welcome back to Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Start of the second quarter. The Packers lead the Lions 10-3. This is Dick Stockton along with Matt Millen. Packers with a 2nd and 10 on the Detroit 42-yard line. And there is Boyd stopping Dorsey Levens in his track for no gain.
Again, that's Stephen Boyd comes up and makes that play, but he can't make that play if Luther Ellis doesn't do his job. And this is what Luther Ellis has really gotten pretty good at. I want you to watch him right inside. 2 inside tackles he watched. Boom, right there. See him? He stands the guy up. And then because he does that and holds the outside, Boyd can sneak back inside and make the tackle.
Lions are playing a 3-man front right now. 3rd down and 10 for the Packers. Split backs for Brett Favre looking to throw. And his pass, it's an out. And the pass is caught by Robert Brooks and hit immediately by Kevin Abrams. Brooks coming back less than a month away from back surgery makes a very tough catch in a first down.
And listen to the crowd. Yeah, they appreciate it. He fought hard last year to come off a knee. and he came back, and his back was not right. He tried to play through it, had the surgery, and this kid is he's as competitive as there is at this position in the league.
As late as Friday, did not practice because his back was sore. First down on the 31-yard line. Here is Levens trying to turn the corner, and he is knocked out of bounds. Minimal gain on the play.
Watch this Green Bay Packer offensive line. The one place where they're new is on the left side. There's Ross Verben, the guy he's playing with, 62, Marco Rivera. An NFL Europe guy, had to get bigger and stronger, came over, and he has the right disposition. He's pretty aggressive, and he and Verba on that left side, they can get pretty down and dirty at times.
So changing faces on even the Green Bay offensive line. Second down and 12, and the pass underneath to Shimura, short of the first down, but not by much. Mark Shimura, always a favorite target of Brett Favre, and Ron Rice makes the tackle, and that'll bring up third and short.
You know, talking to this Detroit Lions staff, you know, they were so concerned with their wide receivers, their defensive backs against the wide receivers at Green Bay, but the guy who's killing them right now has been Shimura. He's been moving the sticks, and he's working on those inside backers. Remember, he's a big guy. He's 6'5", 6'6", and he gives you a nice big target. Favre and him are on the same page.
Lions wish they had a target like that. Luther Ellis getting to the line late on third down and 1. And the handoff to William Henderson. And Henderson has enough for the first down as he gets to the Lion 20.
And see, now there's the difference in short yardage. And forget that it's the fullback as opposed to the quarterback. The difference is Henderson makes himself small. You can see he's got the blood on the jersey already. Kind of looks like it should be. But watch his pad level. It's low. See, he stays right there, point of impact, down low, drive the feet, and just find the crack and go through it. Scott Mitchell stood straight up, never had a shot.
William Henderson now wearing number 33. As soon as Doug Evans left for Carolina, he grabbed that number. Here's a play fake and Favre. Brooks, the intended receiver, and it's knocked away, and it was Brian Westbrook who's tested for the first time today with a good play on Brooks at the goal line.
Now, you know why Favre is smiling? Because he knows he put a little bit too much air into that. And he put the mustard on it. That was 6. Brooks had the inside. You're going to watch it. And he just kind of floats it a little bit much. The reason he has to float it is because Carrier, the safety, was sitting right there. He had to get it over him, and he couldn't put a lot on it. It's good defense by Carrier and Westbrook for coming back and making the play.
Westbrook and Abrams both in their second year. Carrier's been around a while. Second and 10. Derek Mays is the third wide receiver, but Dorsey Levens gets the call and doesn't get much. It'll be third and about 7 for the Pack.
Kind of curious watching this Green Bay offense if Mike Holmgren doesn't use Travis Jervey at some point in this game just to take advantage of his great speed. Travis Jervey had himself an excellent preseason, and it hurt his toe, kind of slowed down the last 2 games, but he has something that this offense doesn't have, and that's great speed to the corner.
He's been bothered by a turf toe as of late. There is Jervey on the sideline. Third down and 7. Packers 3 for 4 on third down conversions. The pump fake, and they dump it off to Levens. And Dorsey Levens will give the Packers first and goal inside the 10.
That comes back again to the offensive line. Favre has a lot of time back there to look over the field, pump fake, come back, and then hit his check down underneath. He has not had any pressure except for those 2 roughing calls, really. Save that, this offensive line has done a great job.
First and goal at the 7. The Packers open up with 3 wide receivers. And here is Levens, and Levens gets to the 5-yard line. Fredrickson making the tackle. So Dorsey Levens in his first game, he was signed a week ago and didn't really have much contact, even though he worked out on his own, getting a lot of action here in the first half.
Nothing that wasn't expected by Dorsey Levens or Mike Holmgren. It always kills me when I see guys holding out and they say, well, you know, we're gonna have to take it easy with him, kind of ease him into the flow. Oh, first game? Here, it's yours.
Commentary about camp and preseason, although you know there'll be some fatigue along the way. And now the Packers are going to call a timeout.
Green Bay, their first timeout.
9:46 to go in the half. Green Bay by 7.
Princess Margaret Hospital Foundation Cash and Cars Lottery for Cancer Research is here. 4 $1 million prizes and thousands of other cash prizes. 100 Chrysler cars and trucks. Viper GTS, Plymouth Prowler, Intrepid, Jeep Grand Cherokee, and more. Chances of winning are 1 in 12. Check the brochure recently delivered to your mailbox and act quickly to get your ticket on Ontario's largest Cash and Cars Lottery.
Dare to compare and you'll see the difference that Townwood quality makes. At Forest Hill on Bayview, Townwood offers the finest freehold townhomes and detached homes in Richmond Hill. Spacious designs with family living in mind. Dramatic lofts, 9-foot ceilings, gourmet kitchens, and separate walk kitchens, each with the exclusive beauty of DuPont Corian counters. Visit Townwood's fabulous models today on Bayview north of Major Mackenzie. With an impressive collection of plans to choose from, you'll find the best lots at the best prices from the best builder in town.
Of the malicious memories.
I would always do the boobs on the head.
On the season premiere of The People's Court.
Monday morning at 9.
Sister, sister, they get in twice as much trouble, but have twice as much fun. It's 2 times everything, and it's 5 days a week.
Premiering September 14th. You're tuned to CFMT.
Packers using a timeout. It's 2nd down and goal on the 4. This is the 13th play of the drive. And it's been well balanced with 6 runs and 6 passes. Here's Levins, and he gets in for the touchdown. Let's see if this score. He's got it.
Nice job up front by the right side, and William Henderson with a great block. See if he jumps. That's a training camp jump. See? You gotta have camp to be able to get better height than that. So he didn't have camp, so he had to be a little more calculated. But he's not calculated right upside. Watch Adam Timmerman, Earl Dotson, and then watch 33 right there. Boom, there's the block. He's able to come back inside and get the 6.
Ryan Longwell with the extra point on a snap that was bobbled by Peterson, but the kick is good. And the Green Bay Packer offensive line doing a terrific job in the first half as the Packers have opened up a healthy 17-3 lead over the Lions. He got there.
Sometimes something just has your name on it. Luckily, so does this.
In the game of international espionage, he is the most dangerous player. There is no conspiracy he can't stop.
That's an explosive device.
No enemy he can't escape.
They can target anywhere they want.
No army he can't take on.
I'm gonna find a place around here to collapse.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. Knockoff, now playing in theaters everywhere. On the season premiere of The People's Court, it's made headlines across America.
She jumped up in the air with her hands on top of her breast onto his head.
Now, see the trial.
I initially saw stars.
I would just go like that on their head and make them look like Mickey Mouse.
It's a major case when Tawny Peaks defends her killer figure.
I'm probably, I'd say, about a 42 triple D.
The case of the malicious memories on the season premiere of the one and only People's Court.
Monday morning at 9.
Starting your engine is a terrible thing to do. That's why you need the kind of protection that only Slick 50 can give.
Slick 50, the world's best-selling engine treatment.
Dorsey Levens returning and starting and scoring on a 4-yard touchdown run. Brett Favre 5 for 6 in the drive, an 80-yard Green Bay Packer drive. A short kickoff by Longwell. Terry Fair at the 9, returning for the Lions. Fair finds a crease and trying to juke the defender. Flag is down from upfield, and Terry Fair is finally tackled at the Detroit 40-yard line, pending the penalty. And now another one goes down.
It's not a good sign for the return team.
Usually it isn't when flags fly on a return like this. Dick Hantak.
Illegal block in the back on the receiving team during the return, number 42. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Brian Stewart.
I want you to watch, this Lambeau leap, everybody's excited. I want to look at this lady right here. Oh, Dorsey, you come to me, honey. I can't wait. And then watch, she just gets absolutely buried, except watch the hand. See, she's got to go back in and get a piece right there.
She never knew what hit her. And there's Ryan Stewart with the illegal block. So the Lions will start from the 27-yard line. First down. Trailing now 17-3. Penalty marker down. And Scott Mitchell's pass is caught by Herman Moore. It'll be a first down to the 45, but the flag is down. That would be an 18-yard gain. And this one's going to be called back.
Well, Detroit looks like a preseason.
Illegal formation. Offense. Number 78 on the end of the line. It's not covered by an eligible receiver. 5-yard penalty. Repeat the down. First down.
Unless he would have reported, you can't have. See, he's off the line of scrimmage, so this has to be either a tight end or a reported number, and it wasn't. And so this becomes ineligible because he is off the ball. Good call by the officials.
So it'll be first and 15 off the 23-yard line. So a good return nullified by penalty, and then a first down nullified by a Lion penalty. And here's Barry Sanders on the handoff, and Sanders picks up a few. And right now, let's return to Kevin Frazier at our Fox Television Center in Los Angeles.
More Central Division action. Brad Johnson fades back, looks, and finds the rookie Randy Moss. Watch the concentration. Great catch by Moss. Vikes lead Tampa Bay 14-zip. Let's go back to Dick and Matt.
Tell you, Matt, if Brad Johnson stays healthy, he's got 3 great targets, as good as you'll find in the game.
Well, the thing that really makes them difficult to defend is, see, when you put Randy Moss in there, you're going to put him against really your 3rd best corner, your nickel or your dime guy, and you cannot double all 3 guys. You just don't have enough people. And Randy Moss is good enough that he should be drawing your best cover guy, not your 3rd best.
Meanwhile, Darren Sharper is shaken up, and Mike Pryor has replaced him. So Sharper walking off on his own power. Sharper, who has a lot of responsibility, and there you're looking at Pryor, who has become a very valuable reserve on this Packer team.
And then guy who knows all of the positions, knows how to play him. Watch Sharper is going to come up, going down. He gets whacked right on a bean right there from McKenzie. See, he had his head down too. There's a fine line between having your head ducked and having it in the right position. He had his head down too much.
2nd and 10 on the Lion 27. Out of the I formation, there's a play fake. Mitchell has time, and the pass is caught by Herman Moore, and he'll have the first down. Tyrone Williams doing his best job of covering him, but Moore, who caught 104 passes last year, timed his leap perfectly.
Well, Tyrone Williams doesn't have bad coverage. In fact, this goes back to what Herman Moore told me a few years ago. If I'm even, I'm open. Throw the ball high, I'll go up and get it. He believes in his ability, and I think that's, look at this coverage. I mean, he's right on top of him. That's a nice throw by Mitchell also.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line. They give it to Barry. Barry bounces off Leroy Butler, and Barry Sanders rumbles and rambles into Green Bay territory to the 42-yard line, and a gain of 17 yards.
Man, he dusted Leroy Butler, and Butler's an excellent tackler. And he comes up and he just lowers his shoulders, watch his pads. See when he's ready to get hit, see how low he gets, slides to the outside, and then he hits this other gear right now. Now, you don't get things downfield if you don't get help from your wide receivers. Herman Moore does his job. See, just that little block gave him an extra 6 yards.
Barry Sanders gets a breather. Ron Rivers replaces him, but going deep to Johnny Morton. And with the coverage is Newsome.
Good non-call. That's a good non-call.
Both going after the ball.
And Newsome knew it. I told you it was going to happen again, and it's not over. I mean, this game is young. Newsome's going to keep on getting tested until he does this more often than not. See, he stays with it, turns his head, whips around, the ball's underthrown. Because he turned back and looked back at the ball, they probably left it go because of that. But Newsome's going to get more of that.
2nd and 10 at the 41, 7:25 remaining in the first half. Packers lead 17-3. And here is Ron Rivers, and Rivers carries to the 35, so Barry Sanders getting a breather out for a couple of plays. Well, later today, a special edition of Fox Saturday Baseball. Mark McGwire will have a chance to etch a place in baseball history as he looks to break Roger Maris's home run record. It all comes up immediately following our game. And what a great dramatic chase has been. And Sammy Sosa hitting his 58th yesterday, plays at Pittsburgh. McGwire goes against the Reds with the Cardinals later today on Fox.
Larry Tharp hobbles on out of that offensive lineup. Replaced by Ramirez, 75.
That was the spot that Juan Roque was supposed to handle for the Lions. 3rd down and 5. Sanders back in there. And a play fake, and it busts. Leroy Butler got in there quickly, along with Antonio London. And the Lions had no chance. A loss on the play. 5 yards.
Well, they brought Butler off the corner. They brought London off the corner. They're bringing everybody they could, and what they had, I can't tell if it's a busted play. So they were going to take Kriplevich and go this way. Yeah, see what happened? Either Sanders went the wrong way or Mitchell turned the wrong way because they ran into each other and he had to eat it.
John Jett with the kick, flagged down, 2 of them in fact. And the Lions cannot keep it in the field of play, but a pair of flags down. Robert Bailey slowly getting up in the end zone.
That last play was going to be a counter OT with Kriplevich acting as the tackle. And either Mitchell turned the wrong way or Sanders came the wrong way, because see what happens, he fronts it instead of reversing. See, he knows right there he's in trouble. And then Butler was coming off the corner. They had the right play called for that defense.
Illegal formation, offense. Number 55 was off the line of scrimmage. Penalty is declined. 1st down, Green Bay. Result of the play is a touchback.
And Scott Mitchell discussing things with Barry Sanders on the busted play, thanks to the Packer defense. Timeout. We'll be right back.
Welcome back at International Closures. We're in Brampton, Scarborough, right here at 1235 Pinchon West. The addresses are on the screen. You buy yourself a suit for as low as $99, and we throw in an extra one absolutely free. So come on down today and as well tomorrow. Buy one suit for $99 and get an extra one absolutely free. So there you have it. Boxer America jeans for $19.99, Paco jeans for $29.99, and get a free t-shirt just today and tomorrow. Happy Labor Day, and I'll talk to you again. Boom, boom.
Say hello to the 1999 Nissan Pathfinder. With air conditioning, CD audio system, and shift-on-the-fly four-wheel drive. Adventure has never felt this comfortable before. Check out the 1999 Pathfinder now during our Come In for a Spin event at your local Nissan dealer.
You've got a big traffic problem. Something's blocking the road. People on your way to
What's going on?
Get back in your truck, man.
What seems to be the problem? Well, officer, taxi.
It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
A whole lot can happen out of the blue. Labatt Blue.
You dance good, man.
Yeah?
Can Bart spring Principal Skinner from his new post?
How do I get out of the Army?
Just make a pass at your commanding officer.
The Simpsons.
Monday at 6.
Well, for years, of course, we've known about Lombardi Way, but now everyone is getting into the act. The head coach currently and the quarterback, Brett Favre, passed.
It's funny, we had breakfast yesterday with a bunch of our buddies, the bunch of retirees that we happen to see here every Saturday morning, and they said, heck, everybody's getting one. He says, I want mine. I pay taxes in this town. Give me a name.
That could become an issue, man. Packers with good balance. Pass to run. Brett Favre from the 20-yard line going for Shimura, and it's knocked away by Boyd. Good coverage downfield.
Excellent play by Stephen Boyd. And a way to beat a 2-deep zone or even a 3-deep is use your tight end into the seam. 2-deep especially if you just split it. Stephen Boyd has to run with the tight end all the way through. Favre tries to get some air up underneath it, but Boyd stays right with it, gets his hand in and knock it down. They put a little bit too much in, and it allowed Boyd to stay with it. But Boyd, look at that's perfect coverage. Perfect coverage.
Tyrone Davis in as the second tight end. Stephen Boyd from Boston College, the middle linebacker. Here is Dorsey Levens, and Levens with a good carry out to the 26-yard line. That is his 11th carry of this first half with 6 minutes still to go.
You know, the one thing that they kind of worried about with Dorsey Levens wasn't so much, you know he's going to get tired. That's a given. You know he's going to be sore tomorrow and Tuesday. I mean, he's going to be dying. That's a given. But protecting the football. And he has to be able to hold on to it because it's all new for this. I mean, you don't start a season where you ended it. You have to get to that point.
That was the big worry that Mike Holland told us, the fumble aspect of it. So far, he's held on to it. 3rd and 4, and here is Levens. And he very nearly had it jarred away. He gets the first down and holds on to the football.
You almost gave him the Stockton jinx right there.
A famous jinx.
Yeah, thank you very much. This is just patience. This talks about timing. They go back, they hand him the ball, and now watch him. Ball's there. Look at that. Kind of pops out of there. On the 75th anniversary of the Three Stooges, that was a little bit of that right there. Look at it. Comes right out. Pulls it right back in.
That's even bigger than kickoff 98, the 75th anniversary of the Stooges.
In my life, it is.
First down at the 32-yard line, and here is Levens out of the backfield. Dorsey Levens. 6 weeks with no activity. A flag is down right where Levens went down. Alan Aldridge making the tackle in a gain of 16 yards. Dorsey Levens looks like he was in every practice and every play in preseason the way he's looking.
Personal foul. Defense, number 53, 15-yard. First down.
Rob Fredrickson, who came over in a trade from the Oakland Raiders, and they'll tack on 15 more yards.
Well, they're going to call it a late hit. You're going to see, watch Dorsey Levens right there. Aldridge hits him, starts to take him down, and as he's going down, there's the hit. Now, well, that's even in slow motion. I don't like that call, personally. Let him play.
Well, Levens, with 68 total yards, goes out. Harry Sidney, as you pointed out, looking over Levens.
There's Sid in the background right there. It's his job to keep his eyes on Dorsey Levens, and he and Holmgren talk about what he looks like.
Here is William Henderson on the screen pass. Fredrickson hangs in just enough to bring him down, and a slight loss on the play.
Yeah, see what happened with it. Harry Sidney is the running back coach, and a real good one. Played in San Francisco, did a lot of good things. You can see him right back there. He is keeping his eyes on Dorsey Levens to get his impression, and he talks to Mike Holmgren, and they'll kind of make a determination of what Levens looks like. If it looks like he's starting to lag a little bit, then it's up to Mike Holmgren to see if he wants to punish him or not. Like he said earlier, you look to me, I'll let you know if you're tired or not.
Well, he went out for one play, but the Levens back in the backfield. 2nd down and 11. And here is Dorsey Levens, and nothing there. And this time Robert Porcher, and so 2 consecutive losses for the Packers will bring up 3rd down and long.
Porcher makes the play there. Fredrickson in the play before makes a nice play also in the flat after getting shrugged off the tackle, had the wherewithal to come back and trip him up. Now this Detroit defense does a lot of things, and it's kind of what's happening now. 98, '97 football is pressure defense. And when I see a lot of movement, it tells me that you don't have the horses to stand in there and just compete, play in and play out.
Brooks and Freeman line up to the right on 3rd down and 13. Good protection for Farr, but as he lets go of it, it was Waldrop, I think, who got in and affected his throw. It'll be incomplete, 4th down, and the Packers will punt for the first time today.
Waldrop was there. Aldrich was there. And Kerwin Waldrop, I watched him. As soon as I watched the tape, the first thing I noticed, he's big. He weighs 270, was 250 a year ago. And he's right in Favre's face. And then Aldrich comes from the backside, so Favre felt the heat.
Sean Landeta will kick for the Packers. They lost a good one in Craig Hentrick to the Oilers. Big free agent loss. Terry Fair with the fair catch at the 13-yard line.
Good kick.
Landeta did his job. He kept it inside the 20. Well, he's been around. Timeout. We'll be right back to Lambeau Field in just a moment.
Football's back. So bet on ProLine. Football's back, so bet on ProLine.
The Suit Exchange celebrates the grand opening of their 2nd location at Heartland Town Center. Door crasher Kenneth Cole downfill jacket 70% off, now $79.99. The Suit Exchange, big names, big savings, big time.
Finally, here's the deal you've been waiting for. Canadian Art Wholesalers is having Canada's biggest summer art sale ever. Prices are so low you'll have to see it to believe it. Thousands of beautiful original paintings and prints for you to choose from. Over $1 million worth of authentic artwork on sale now at incredibly low prices. Now's the time to add to your collection. This gigantic sofa-sized painting from only $39. Canadian Art Wholesalers, the best selection at hot, hot summer prices like never before. Canadian Art Wholesalers, one huge location, 5170 Dixie Road in Mississauga. Open Sunday, sale on for limited time only.
A star is bored.
Hello?
On Frasier, Monday at 6:30.
Remaining in the first half, and the Packers up 17-3. Dorsey Levens having a terrific game, and you compare Barry Sanders to Levens. Levens has scored a touchdown, has carried the ball 5 more times than Barry Sanders to this point.
And you look at those numbers, as a defense, you'd say, I'd take under 3 yards rush.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line, and Scott Mitchell going for Johnny Morton, and defending him was Newsom, and a very close call, but Newsom made the play, apparently.
They're going to keep coming after him. They're going to make him prove he can do it all the time. In order to get this thing done, you have to get Gilbert Brown blocked up inside. When he gets rolling, he is awful tough. You see, they're just going to have Jim Pine try to take him, and then Reggie White put the finishing touches on the hit. They're just sitting back there, not trying to run by him. It's good defense.
Mike Pryor is still in the game at free safety. Darren Sharper going to the dressing room as Herman Moore is pushed out of bounds close to the 1st down. So the report on Sharper is that he has experienced dizziness after the helmet-to-helmet crunch came out of the game, and he is headed for the Packer tunnel.
There's Darren Sharper right there going in with Doc. One good thing about this league is anything involved with the head, they are ultra conservative about it, and they should be.
1st down for the Lions with 2:22 to go, and they still have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. Here is a handoff to Barry Sanders, but nothing doing. Very few yards.
The Lions have to do right now. They've got to get something going offensively. They're down by two scores, which isn't a big deal. They really haven't gotten Herman Moore into this offense in the first half like they'd like to. They've tried a couple times to go deep, but you have to work with Moore to get him short stuff and move the chain. They've got to get some kind of consistency.
And at this point, showing no ill effects from his groin injury. 2-minute warning here at Lambeau Field. We'll be right back.
Opportunities come along when you least expect them.
And this is one you won't want to miss. Then immerse yourself in Frasier.
You with me, Roz?
Just pump up the volume and call me Kitty.
2 great shows, 1 terrific station, 5 times a week.
Oh, Mommy.
The Simpsons and Frasier, weeknights at CFMT.
6 yards of hunter green, 2 yards of gold, stick pins, heavy-duty thread, and some of those iron-on transfers.
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave your
Monday at 6:30.
Great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds discuss people. And then there's Jerry Springer at CFMT.
The case of the malicious memories.
I would always do the boobs on the head.
On the season premiere of The People's Court.
2nd down and 8 after the 2-minute warning, and the pass caught for the first down by Herman Moore. And the Lions playing hurry up now. Tyrone Williams was all over Moore.
Hey, Herman Moore's not getting up. He's getting up awful slow.
And he's going out in a hurry. No, he's lining up. Originally, it looked like Tommy Boyd was coming on, but Moore stayed on the field. 1st and 10 Lions on their 36. 1:35 and the clock running. And here is Mitchell's pass, and that is caught a yard short of the first down by Johnny Morton. And now Herman Moore will leave the game. That torn.
He's staying in.
He's in there.
And now it looks like they called timeout.
Yeah, they're going to get him out of there, and Boyd will replace him.
Yeah, he's holding his head, and I think he got whacked. Remember early in the game,
yes,
he got smacked in the beam, and now he makes the catch and goes down again and got hit by Pat Terrell. And I think, yeah, I think that just is compounded from what happened right here. Early in the game, went in to make a tackle, and he got whacked again.
Yeah.
Now, you can be tough about a lot of things, Dick, but I think when it comes to the head, you've got to really, really be careful. You got to use your head, no pun intended.
No, that's true. Moore with 4 catches, 36 yards. He's had a tough day because, you know, he's nursing that torn abductor muscle. The Lions, very effective last year. In the first half, 2-minute offense last season with 4 touchdowns and 8 3-pointers. 2nd down and 1 on their 45. Mitchell with receivers out, and a fine catch made by Moore, and a first down inside the 45, a gain of 11 yards, and that is vintage Herman Moore right there.
And that is excellent job by Scott Mitchell to stay with it.
Lions still have 2 timeouts remaining. Flag is down. This may be a free play, and this is caught by Johnny Morton out of bounds, stopping the clock at the 30-yard line. And let's see if Antonio London had jumped a little too soon.
You know, all of a sudden, Scott Mitchell, this is what I was talking about.
Defense, number 57. Penalty is declined. Result of the play, first down.
And all of a sudden, Scott Mitchell, look, this is the earlier down. Watch the fight. The Roy Butler had him perfectly defended. And now he comes back to Johnny Morton the very next play. All of a sudden, Scott Mitchell looks like Brett Favre. He has time inside, his feet are right, he's stepping and throwing.
And he's in rhythm. 1st and 10 at the 30. Packer crowd is in the game, urging on the defense.
That could be on Antonio London. See, he jumped and got back, and that forced Compton to jump inside. This could be the defensive penalty. If you're on the line of scrimmage as a defender, you can't do that this year like you did in years past.
Neutral zone violation, defense number 57.
So
right call.
Another
in the neutral zone, causing the offense to move.
Another penalty.
5-yard penalty. Still first down.
On Antonio London. Well, coming up on the Visa halftime report, Kevin Frazier and Ron Pitts will have the scores and highlights from around the league. And our Fox Sports ticker will have up to the second stats. That's all coming up on the Visa halftime report.
You know, the difference this year, if you're on the line of scrimmage and you jump, they're going to call you defensively. If you're off the line of scrimmage in the linebacker position, you can do it.
First down and 5 at the 25 with 1:04 remaining in the half. Lions trying to get another score here. And that was Barry Sanders, and he's tackled by Butler from behind with under a minute now remaining.
Right before that ball was snapped, Crowell was in the slot, and he saw Leroy Butler, and he pointed to him and started yelling to the quarterback, Mitchell, but he had already gone into his cadence. Crowell saw that Butler was coming. That's Jerry Sullivan, their wide receivers coach, who's an excellent, excellent coach.
Crowell was taken on the second round out of Virginia, already paying dividends as the Lions use their second timeout.
You know, Dick, I was going to mention to you earlier when we threw up those three faces with Randy Moss, Chris Carter, and Jake Reed. These three receivers, Morton, Crowell, and Herman Moore, they are right there. And this Crowell is really going to be something because for the same reasons, he is going to require better than a third corner to cover. He's not there yet, but he's going to get there.
Good point. You know, Randy Moss has gotten all of the play in preseason.
Right.
But Crowell, he'll be around a while himself. 2nd and 4 at the 24. And the pass to Johnny Morton.
Oh,
it's knocked away by Leroy Butler.
What a play by Butler. That was a perfect throw. Morton had him beat to the out. That's a tough, tough ball to defend, and that's why Butler is an all-pro. Watch him. Holds the inside, gives him one way to go. Now break on the football, gets his hand up there. Boy, it does not get any better than this. You saw Herman Moore standing there. Herman Moore had his hands up because he knew it was 6. The only thing he didn't count on was Butler's ability to close.
That was a good throw.
It was an excellent throw.
3rd down and 4. Short drop, and Mitchell fires it. And incomplete. He had to get rid of it in a hurry or take the sack. Moore was the intended receivers. So that'll bring up 4th down. And Jason Hansen will come in. Good pressure by Brian Williams.
Oh, Williams came through there like a shot. Watch it. He sees it, picks his spot. Use your eyes. Run where they're not. An excellent job of evading by Scott Mitchell.
So the Lions hope that they can settle for 3. This will be a 43-yard attempt. Hansen already has kicked one from 47 yards out. And the line drive kick is good. And the Lions with 43 seconds remaining. And that has been their offense today. 2 field goals, but long ones from Jason Hansen from beyond 40 yards. And right now, the Packers lead cut to 17-6.
All of a sudden, Dick, and we talked about this right at the start of the game, Scott Mitchell has to be consistent. So for a quarter and a half, he was severely average. And then all of a sudden, he looks like an all-pro. He has to be able to maintain that kind of a streak throughout the game. Speaking to Bobby Ross last night, he was telling us he thinks that Mitchell has matured in that when he does kind of go in the tank a little bit, he thinks he now can forget about it, right himself, and stay the course.
And Bobby Ross knows to go to the plays that Mitchell is comfortable with when he is struggling, but he certainly was in rhythm.